Diogo Portela, the first Brazilian to appear on the European Tour stage, and he's going to enjoy his moment. I think we've established that already. He's going to have a wall on and off the hockey to face, a wall of sound in the crowd, and they'll be cheering on their home favourite, Martin Schindler, nicknamed the Wall. It's a big fixture in the world of sport, Brazil against Germany, and Rob Balarki joins me to talk us through this one.
Yeah, 7-1, I think, the last time they met at the World Cup in the semi-finals, of course, so something for Diogo to address here as far as national pride is concerned. Astonishing performance that by the Germans that day. Brilliant stuff. But the Brazilian will be hoping to get one back for his country here. And this has the makings of a very special occasion, doesn't it? Either way, we've got a story here. A German going through in front of his home crowd, or indeed a win on his European Tour debut. First Brazilian to play on the European Tour, Diogo Portela from Rio de Janeiro via Barnes in southwest London, which is where he lives now. He's been living in England for 3 years or so with his wife Ariana, who we saw at the side of the walk-on, along with his father Mario, who is here today as well, here this weekend. Made the 11-hour journey from Rio to Heathrow Airport yesterday, surprised his son. Emotional scenes. It's on Twitter, Facebook, if you want to have a look at the video. Brilliant stuff, and maybe this match will be brilliant as well.
Or maybe it was being filmed for the Love Actually sequel.
No room for sentiment though for Martin Schindler here. Off and running with a TUM 40. Big occasion this for Diogo. Needs to settle down quickly. That will do him the world of good.
100.
There she is, Portela's wife, Ariana.
Yeah, it's certainly a massive moment.
97.
For the Portela family, it seems. They've all come to see Diogo have his big moment. He was agonisingly close to reaching the UK Open finals. He earned the same amount of ranking money as some players that qualified, but because of the countback rule, and he got it on the very first day of the 6 events, he missed out on a place in Minehead. Well, now he gets a chance to perhaps exercise a few of those darting demons, and well, he guarantees himself a game on the big stage by qualifying for this one, because he wouldn't have been guaranteed a game on the stage at Minehead.
And he was also desperately unlucky to miss out on a tour card as well at Q School this year. He reached the penultimate round on the final day, but he missed a match start at double 11 in a 5-4 defeat by Paul Rowley in what turned out to be effectively a playoff for a tour card via the Order of Merit.
Well, what a way to start this would be. Not going to happen, and Schindler is going to prove a tough opponent, not just because he is playing in his homeland, but he's certainly been making a name for himself. He did get a tour card in qualifying school, and he's gone on to put in some pretty good performances since.
Yeah, well, Rowley was in turn beaten by Schindler on that final day, so they almost met at Q School.
You required 36.
So a chance here for Diogo to break. Double 18 he wants.
Game shot,
the break-off throw is secured.
Second leg, Diogo to throw first.
Well, taking his time to get back to the hockey.
Game on.
Yeah.
Probably pretty sensible just to keep things calm. It's a massive occasion for him, isn't it? And he's looking quite assured to start with. He's been practicing with James Wade, who's been passing on a few pearls of wisdom, as well as providing a very strong practice partner if they're playing competitive games in Wade's garage or dart room or wherever he practices.
Well, they first came across each other when Diogo was a contestant on the Sky One show, the darts TV show 180, and Wade afterwards, which by the way Diogo won, and he was partnered with James Wade for that TV show, and then afterwards Wade kindly offered his services, felt that Diogo had something to work with and could improve, and something there to develop, and ever since they've had a very constructive working relationship. So some of the machine's magic is rubbing off already here.
Well, they say never teach anyone your trade, and Eric Bristow tried that once.
58.
What happened there? Certain guy, some bloke called Phil Taylor?
Yeah, slightly stole his thunder.
It remains to be seen what damage Diogo Portela can do.
140.
As you said, he agonisingly missed out on a tour card, but he finished high enough to be able to attempt to qualify for these events, and he's qualified for the first one. So it's not the end of the story in 2017, by any means not getting his tour card. In fact, it's just the beginning.
Sorry. 55.
Yeah, beat Alan Norris, by the way, in a UK Open qualifier this year as well, by 6 legs to 4. As far as individual results go, that was the highlight for him in that UK Open campaign.
89. Martin, you require 106.
Well, you feel this may have to go, and he's going the right way about it. Topsy wants them.
86.
Well,
Diogo, you require 75.
Have a look at treble 17. 18 for tops. Right, double top to double his lead.
55.
Oh, just underneath.
Martin, you require
under the wire,
20.
and Schindler to break back here for double 10.
Game shine.
And we are level once again. The crowd tells you
Perfect Martin to throw first.
that the German is off and running.
Yeah, and having won the ball and then being broken, big leg that for Martin Schindler. And he's carrying on where he left off. Oh, wild final dart. Schindler himself has had some impressive performances so far. Reached the last 16 of the third Players' Championship event of the year just a couple of weeks ago. Beat Kirk Shepherd, Ian White and Ronnie Highbrecht before losing out to Mervyn King.
43.
And he's still putting in the hours on the development tour as well. He made the semis of a development tour event last month. He lost to Kenny Nares, producer of another 9-dart finish this year on the development tour, as Schindler threatens a 180.
Yeah, seemingly raining nines everywhere apart from the European Tour.
180.
Well, he likes it. She likes it even more.
Well, picture perfect, Portela. First 180 on the big stage. So he's going to do that. He's going to have to get used to that.
45.
Diogo's not backed it up though.
Martin, you require 56.
So Schindler to complete the turnaround. Tops for a 2-1 lead.
16.
Well, even with the 180, Portela is nowhere in the leg. Winning Martin will return for double top.
47. Martin, you require 40.
To move ahead for the first time in the match.
Game shot.
There it is.
Third leg. Martin Schindler. Full leg. Diogo to throw first. Game on.
You get the impression with Schindler as well that he's really feeling that, or I suppose reaping the benefits of having a lot of European, or comparatively a lot of European Tour experience under his belt. He made 4 appearances
60.
on this stage last year on the European circuit. First round in Holland, first round in the European Darts Open in Dusseldorf, but then did win matches in both Sindelfingen
60.
and in Mulheim. In Mulheim, gave Robert Thornton a really good run for his money as well, losing 6-5 in the end.
Look at that first 9 average in this match from
Healthy.
Schindler.
Very healthy indeed. Diogo can't live with that at the moment.
101.
But I agree with your point, Rob. He's certainly building a career very, very steadily, just making progress all the time, and that's the way to go about it.
And he took 3 legs off
45.
Vale as well on his European Tour debut in 2 or 3 years ago that was.
Good lie, the first start, followed beautifully by the second. And there was no doubt that that was going to be his second maximum.
180.
Is that her or him?
Maybe the answer's on the other side of the car.
Make your own mind up.
Diogo, you require 106.
Well, this would be the cutest finish ever, wouldn't it?
Oh, just nudged underneath.
128.
But still, it's his leg to lose here.
'82. Diogo, you require 32.
Awkward that as well. Has to just move over to the left-hand side, but it's to good effect.
Shot on the fourth leg, Diogo Portela. Fifth leg, Martin at blue first.
Well, they're loving every minute, aren't they?
Well, his father is here, by the way, even though the camera doesn't suggest that's the case.
59.
Interesting as well that his father, Mario, is Portuguese, and he was the man who effectively introduced darts to Brazil. He was almost an ambassador or a spearhead, if you like, a pioneer, because he established a club in Rio. People started playing, and now there are clubs in all the big cities in Brazil. And as soon as Diogo had the chance to leave and establish himself in the UK and in Europe, he took the opportunity to do just that. Darts was the reason he moved over.
98.
He does work as well. Works as a teaching assistant as the day job. There is Mario. Should be watching his son, never mind playing on the phone.
96.
Yeah, I think they're determined to share this moment with everyone back in Brazil. They've had many sporting stars kicking footballs, racing cars. But is this
60.
the first of the Brazilians chucking darts to make his millions?
Now I understand why you were up so late last night.
45.
Well, that was off the cuff. I was up so late doing vinegar puns for the earlier game.
There we go. Shindy.
140.
Well, 144 is a big ass, so 140 here would apply pressure. 100 will get him to a finish.
60.
Neither of those things happen, so now Schindler in pole position to edge ahead again. 6 starts from here.
Just wonder whether, okay, it might rely on Portela and where he goes, but whether there is a case for Brazil to be included in the World Cup. I mean, obviously he needs to find an established number 2 to play alongside him, but
85.
It would make it a global event if you could add a South American element to it. That's a debate for another day, I suppose, as Schindler just looks at double 16 here.
Game
He
shot
finds
on
it.
fifth leg.
Oh, we better ask Mario if he can chuck a dart.
Sixth leg, Diogo to throw first. Game on.
We know that these two can. Been decent stuff, hasn't it? Now then. Switching, is he? Oh, effectively as well.
77.
And yeah, Diogo will know Russ Bray as well from his time on 180 on Sky One as well. He was the MC and the ref for that.
Well, look at this.
That's pretty eye-catching. Apart from that, okay, you can excuse the 17 dart leg, but by and large, just below par, just above par.
If I'm going to nitpick, he did switch from a similar lie in the previous visit.
61.
But showing no signs of nerves, is he, on his big stage bow?
Not at all.
60. Diogo, you require 164.
Well, 6 starts from here, whatever happens, and it may well be 6 because he's found the treble 5 hit. He might just give Martin Schindler some
55.
encouragement here.
Yeah, I would have hoped to be rather more handily placed than that. But Schindler, well, he can still leave a finish with a couple of treble 20s, but that's not going to happen now.
85.
So 109 for parity for Portela.
So tops for parity
Game
here.
shot in the 6th leg. Diogo Portela. 7th leg, Martin to throw first.
Not looking overawed at all, is he? 3 apiece.
140.
A 109 checkout there as well.
Not all, and it's going to be an interesting conclusion because both of these players have got reason to twitch, haven't they?
Yeah,
Schindler
absolutely.
in front of his home crowd, Portela on his big stage debut.
100. $96.
The winner will face Kim Hybrex, who may be a good time to play him, fresh from elimination in the Premier League last night.
100.
I saw him put on social media at a very early flight this morning as well, so will the Hurricane be out of wind?
Yeah, and a player who at the end of last year was just struggling with a spot of tennis elbow as well.
57.
Can work both ways, that early elimination. It can refocus his mind, or it could play on his mind, if you know what I mean.
Incidentally, one of only 5 players to have won more than
140.
one of these European Tour events, Kim Hybrex. Michael van Gerwen has 14, Phil Taylor 4, and then Smith on 3, Hybrex and James Wade have 2. You've then got 15 players on 1 apiece.
90.
Yeah, Hybrex could have had
Diogo, you require
maybe at least one more as well. He had that
161.
agonising defeat by Sulevic as well last
It
year.
was. Now what's Portela up to here? Oh,
97.
Okay,
Martin, you
he's down to
require
64,
118.
and he might just be sensing a chance for a break here. Single 20. That's a single 20 as well, so he will
58.
have to hope that Portela flushes his
Diogo,
lines
you
here.
require 64.
Tops he wants, treble 8. Double 10.
54.
Agony for Diogo.
Martin, you require 60.
well, is that the first sign of a flinch? Shouldn't be too disturbed by it because it was only to break. Of course, he would have liked to have done it. He may still, if Schindler can't find the target with one of these 2 darts.
That first dart was a bit too close to the bed, wasn't it?
I think it hit the flight actually, the second,
50.
Yeah,
and he's found himself in the
Diogo,
same
you
position.
require 10.
just needed that one to be a little bit lower. That first dart, that proved slightly awkward
Game
for him,
shown
and
the
Portela
7th
takes out
leg.
double 5,
Diogo Portela.
and Ariana is all smiles
Eighth
once
leg.
again.
Diogo to throw first. Game on.
Could prove a pivotal leg. Now, can he follow it up with a strong hold and get a strong hold on this match?
$95. $100. $180.
Just beginning to stamp a bit of authority on this now, Portela.
Well, I tell you what, I liked how he did that. He threw 2 darts in the treble, then stepped across. It looked like he's
59.
been up on big stages for years. Bit of nous there.
And already has a very healthy advantage on his
59.
throw. Could have been better actually there, but he's down to a finish of 167. That really would be something special if he would take that out.
Well, having just broken, to move within
90
one leg and
darts.
Schindler needing
Diogo,
3,
you require 167.
these are crucial moments. The South American star just needs to tidy it up.
97.
Does that. 2 darter.
I like the way he's been very measured today, hasn't he, Diogo? Hasn't ever looked flustered, really.
But just put into context, you know, his first game on the big stage, not only that,
96.
his dad turning
Diogo,
up
you
to
require
surprise him out of the
70.
blue, as you mentioned before. The occasion really could have got to someone who didn't have it mentally. This lad looks like he has.
Double 16 for a 5-3 lead.
54.
Not far away, but
Martin, you require
Far enough.
147.
Well, it's the biggest break in snooker, and it would provide a big break here. Well, that's a miscue, isn't it?
Well, maybe he needs snookers now to get back into this one. Portela on double eights.
Diogo, you require 16.
Well, he's not far away with either of those two.
Game shot.
Excellent markers.
Diogo Portela.
And Diogo is now one leg away.
Well, not just showing the technical ability, but the mental strength as well. Sometimes putting the dart so close can not only block your route to the double technically, but also can just make you think, why wouldn't it go in? But no, he held his nerve.
I think he may have had to have asked for time off work today as well to come here this weekend. He works as a teaching assistant at a school in Peckham. Hope the kids are watching. If you are kids, your teacher's doing you proud so far.
58.
Well, he may have to have some Monday morning off as well, who knows?
Well, he may well have to, yeah. Of course, this is all helping with the children's education as well.
Yeah, of course.
If they are watching.
100.
I suspect there are a few Brazilians joining us for this one as well.
I wonder if any of the Brazilian football boys have a dartboard on tour.
I'd like to think it's something that they've been introduced to during their time in England as well, with the Brazilian players who play in England.
Imagine Janino playing darts.
100.
Let's pit him against Little Richard. The double three derby. Anyway, big moments approaching for Diogo Portela.
Yeah, 201 away. And once again, Schindler just not able to land any punches there either. Well, he's got plenty of room to work with to the left-hand side of that, and even more so now as well. Won't want to fill it up though.
139.
Very nicely done.
We can't underestimate how impressive this is. Everything taken into account, playing a German in front of his home crowd.
95.
First Brazilian
on the European tour, and it may well end in double 16 for a 6-3 win. Double 8, he is almost there.
Game
and
shot.
History is made.
Diogo Portela
at the German Darts Championship. The first ever Brazilian to play on the European Tour has become the first Brazilian to win on the European Tour, and Diogo Portela is celebrating what is undoubtedly the biggest win of his career. The 28-year-old from Rio via southwest London has arrived in Germany and has made a huge impact as well. Wife and father celebrate stateside, and Portela has exacted revenge for the 7-1 defeat in 2014. Let's hear from him now.
The Brazil has great football players. I didn't know that they can play darts as well. How does it come?
Oh, it's a long history, to be honest. Yeah, it's all because of my dad. My dad plays darts, and I started playing to follow him in the Brazilian tour, and I suddenly become good. And then I moved to England. Wow, it's a long history. It's so good to be here. And thank you very much for all the crowd. People support me there, even being Germany. Really good.
Bedankt sich bei euch, Diogo, und sagt vielen Dank für eure Unterstützung. How big is darts in Brazil? Do they have a lot of darts players?
We used to be bigger, but we lost our main sponsor, and we starting to build new federations, and the players starting to come over again, new sponsors, and it's been a difficult period for the last 10 years, but now it's everything growing up again, and I hope in a couple of years we can be here representing Brazil in the World Cup, and
now they have a star. They have you. And your biggest fan is your girlfriend or your wife?
Yeah, my wife is there, my dad, my sponsor. It's a shame because my other sponsor couldn't be here, he's ill, but Dave, get better soon, mate. I wish you were here. Thank you very much for all your support. The crowd is amazing. Dank.
Diogo, and tomorrow it will be full. It will be sold out, and it will be a different match. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Diogo Portela.